Hello everyone, and in this video I'm gonna learn from the book of Daniel Kahneman, a chapter, very famous chapter about the illusion of understanding. And this is chapter 19 in the book. And I know it is, you are not able to see properly this chapter, but I'm gonna read this and I will hear line by line. Starting from the first chapter, first line. The treasure philosopher statistician Nassim Taleb could also be considered a psychologist in The Black Swan. Taleb introduced the notion of narrative fallacy to describe how flawed stories of the past shape our views of the world and our expectation for the future. Narrative fallacies arise inevitably from our continuous attempt to make sense of the world. The explanatory stories that people find compelling are simple, are concrete rather than abstract. Assign a larger role to talent, stupidity, and intentions than to luck, and focus on a few striking events that had happened rather than on the countless events that failed to happen. And recent salient event is candidate to become the kernel of the casual stories. Casual stories. Talib suggests that we human constantly fool ourselves by constructing flimsy accounts of the past and believing they are true. And in the first paragraph, in this paragraph, and Daniel Kahneman is introducing ourselves, a famous author of Anti-Fragile, whom is Nassim Nicholas Taleb. This is the man and who has written many books on uncertainty, like Skin in the Game, Anti-Fragile, Black Swan. What is about in the Black Swan? Black Swan is the book, and which, like generally we have seen a white swan. Swan is of color to the white, but black swan, we believe that swan is the white color and which is found in the world. But from the past 20 years of black swan is found. The belief that we used to have that only white swan exists has had disrupted this belief. And Taleb introduced the notion of narrative fallacy. Narrative fallacy is a term and which has coined by Nassim Nicholas Taleb in this, and as an example. And mostly people focus on talking. Like you watch a video of YouTube, okay, and you are the other man. Like I'm taking my example myself. I'm telling you something. I'm trying to telling you, but this is just gonna be everything narrative fallacy. I am narrating you something, and which you are not able to get it. It is called narrative fallacy in my term. And narrative fallacy is just what it does. It creates illusions in our mind. It's just a fallacy. It is not true. It is not true. Like I have told you that there was a king and was very wealthy. Like he has a much amount, and we can't imagine. That is just an illusion and a fallacy, and the term and which is coined by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. And here again, the next line, where and there are countless events. There are countless events that had failed to happen. Like we just focus on that event and which has occurred, which has passed. Can you anticipate that kind of things and which has not had happened yet? No, because we have not seen it. That's why we are not able to believe that we just think only of those things and which we have seen, observed, and have heard from any source. This is the base of our belief. But the author like Daniel Kahneman, Nassim Nicholas Taleb, Malcolm Gladwell, Adam Grant, they are the best authors of this century, and they have written best things about the human mind. And next paragraph we are starting here. Good stories provide a simple and coherent account of the people's actions and intentions. You are always ready to interpret behavior as a manifestation of general propensities and personality traits, causes that you can readily match to affect. The halo effect, discussed earlier, contributes to coherence. because it inclines us to match our views of all the qualities of a person to our judgments of one attribute that is particularly significant. If we think a baseball pitcher is handsome and athletic, for example, we are likely to rate him better at throwing the ball too. Halos can also be negative. If we think a player is ugly, we will probably underrate his athletic ability. The halo effect helps keep explanatory narratives simple and coherent by exaggerating the consistencies of evaluations. Good people do only good things, and bad people are all bad at all. Here again, we found a term. What is that? This is halo effect. What is halo? Halo means I like Saruk Khan, I like Salman Khan, I like Amir Khan. I like that liking will create a illusion that everything do I will like do. If Salman Khan started to playing cricket, the interest of his become my interest because I like Salman Khan. Everything he do, it is it will be my interest because I like him. Only his one ability. If I like one person, and here is a term that first impression is the last impression. That's why, because we mostly people have a halo effect in the world. If you have a book in the house, if you're reading, if anyone watches you, and that's creates an illusion. That creates an illusion that if you're reading a book and if someone watches you, that if you're reading a book and if any stranger watches you, and he will, what do you think? You are a reader, you are a bibliophile, and you are a very good student. You will he will be affected by his well effect, and he will like all your habits. He will judge everything by yourself by your one habit. Your one habit can decide about the one perception. If a teacher thinks that you are a bad student, all kind of activities that you're gonna do, is it right or wrong?